Welcome back to Bitcoin Advisor channel. My name is Chris, bringing it to you here from a bloody Tuesday. Wow, a lot of red out in the market. Want to show a short-term trade setup I have on Bitcoin, looking at the hourly time frame. Easy way to kind of judge the consolidation, on the shorter term time frames, because that's where all the action is right now. You've got a bit of a bear flag and any kind of a closure below 64,300. I'm looking for the next leg down to 63,463. I would expect at least a temporary bounce from that zone. Might as well show it here too. XRP was looking bullish for some reason, popped up over the past couple of days, even though the rest of the market's been down. I said, no way our XRP is going to hang in there for any good reason. That's for sure. But my guess is after actually easier seen here from the high to the low, there's your 618 or your Fibonacci retracement, right? We bounced it up to the 618, rejected back to the 382, back to the 618, to the 236. There seemed a bit of a, be a bit of a market structure change there on the 4-hour time frame, but I suspected that it was going to continue with some downside displacers because, Bitcoin was, putting in some lower lows there. And I don't think XRP is going to be the benefactor. Also, you got the silver cross all the way down, looking for a continuation drive to possibly, I do think this is going to get a bounce on the first pass, but nice red tweezer top candle. Anyways, I would expect a little bit more downside displeasure for Mr. XRP. Let's check out a few other coins while we are here. So Bitcoin, again, real easy way, take the consolidation from the high to the low, and that is your target, the 1618 fib. Hourly consolidation here, a closure above 64.9 or below the last wick here at 64.189 likely does initiate that next move. I do believe we are going to get a bounce here, and it probably is going to bounce up to nail this trend line at some point. That's the trend line to the downside, and to the upside. Here's our trend line to the downside, which is lining up a little bit more with the 1618. The question is, are we going to just blow right through there? Are some major stop losses going to get hit? And I don't think so. I think the average move for, pretty big move for Bitcoin on a Tuesday. I think the average move is about 3.5% to the downside from market open. Where are we at right now? Almost 3.5%. So is the move filled up and done? And you can see we're coming back to fill the inefficiency gap. I would expect a bounce on the first pass at the very least. I actually think it's going to get bid up pretty strong here. And I will throw on the liquidation heat map. You can see there's a big yellow thing here at 67,650. So that's kind of your bounce target when we do bounce. But the question is, are we going to get a little bit more to the downside, even though the stock market is holding itself true here, There's too many boxes, too many lines. I'm removing all the drawings. Boom. Again, looks like a bit of a bear flag. And all bounces are just lower highs on the shorter term time frame. So that's all the excitement out of Bitcoin here. Again, I would be looking for a major low, and credit to Crown on this one. I'm going to throw up my secondary chart. Mr. Eric Crown has a great knack for finding some very, what did I click on? Interesting. I got to get out of here for a meeting. Okay, it's time to go. Wrong chart. Let's go back. Get me back. Here we go. Okay, so I want to look at the daily time frame and the hash ribbons indicator and our famous blue buy signal. If you've been around with us for our channel for some time, then you'll remember the blue buy signal and how the hash ribbons indicator works. If I can only get it to appear on my chart here. Secondary chart. I am noting here, closing below the bottom side Bollinger Band here. Anywhere here or lower, you know, that is the general direction I'd be looking. Remember, the market's going to move a lot faster to the downside than it does to the upside. Interesting. So that's something to keep an eye on. Now, if we do close back above the Bollinger Band, that's going to be a bullish sign for a bounce. Let's see what the CMEs are doing. Hold on. CMEs here. The Chicago Mercantile Exchange has been producing some fairly nice signals. And again, you know, when you do close below that bottom side Bollinger Band, you know, likely you come all the way back down. All the way back down. Yep. So tag the liquidity up here, tag the liquidity down here, and let's make it a little party. A little party to the downside in the short term, just creating another great buying opportunity. Again, our long-term thesis is Bitcoin's production cost has risen up to about $60,000. And I was here for the blue buy signal. Is it on the weekly time frame? Well, that was your last blue buy on the weekly time frame. You can see what price did from there. Accumulation distribution indicator is negative, so that's a point for the bears there. And I'm going to get off this blue buy signal, and I'm going to let you guys go. Make sure you do smash the like button and like the video there if you dare. Also, I do want to point out, guys, that bearish divergence on the 5-day time frame is coming all the way back from this pivot right here. You know, wouldn't be unforeseen to tag the bottom side of the Bollinger Band or all the way down in this green box of peace and prosperity and death and despair right there at about 44,000 to the upside. Wow, 37. I don't think we're going to go down there. But, you know, quick wicks into that area and just a much different bull market than we've seen in past prior cycles. So got to be prepared for everything on every side. Again, weekly time frame. This is not what I wanted. And I think I'm on the wrong chart. That's why it's not looking good. That's CMEs. Okay, here's your hash ribbons indicator, which is not producing the capitulation signal that I'm looking for. No. Definitely no. I'm going to try one last chart here. Well, what we're looking for is this capitulation signal. That shows the bottom's in. So to me, this doesn't look like the capitulation signal is in yet. And perhaps something is wrong. But needless to say, you know, when the bottom gets marked here in the next 2 weeks, right, you expect the capitulation signal to flash, and then shortly thereafter, a blue buy signal. And what would that look like? Something like this, guys. We come down here, you know, dribble around a little bit longer. We're 100 days into this consolidation, you know, one of the longest consolidation periods. So again, if we come down, get the capitulation signal, a few weeks later, we get the blue buy signal, that'd be a very strong sign saying, hey, this is the macro low, and we're never going lower below that again. Never again. Interested to see if my whiff trade can hold strong to the downside. All right, so I think I am going to try and delete these squiggly lines. Here we go. Sorry, guys, a little bit of a intense day here with the market rolling over, but hey, you got to make hay while there's hay out there. And yes, all right, Rune. Boom. Rune looks like it does want to come just a tad lower, tag that liquidity a little bit lower, and head and shoulders. I mean, could we get this one all the way down at $3? That would be your neckline. Technically, it already broke right here. Wow. So was that the break? I think that was the break right here. Bang, do we get a bounce, retest in a lower high? That's probably my best guess there. Come on, sir. All right. TRX looking droopy. Say coin absolutely getting crushed. Wow. Bonk. Crushed. Bonk's going for the full retrace back down to Amity Horville down there. I don't know what that means, but Casper is one of the strongest ones, but even it's getting killed right now. Super, absolutely killed. You know, probably coming back to the range low there. The one I wanted to look at here, guys, was TON. Strongest coin in the market. And here's what I did want to point out on my regular chart. The bearish divergence and how powerful this can be. So what do you see here? We've got 2 higher highs. Perhaps 3 on a wick basis there. But what do we have here? 2 lower highs. Sorry, higher highs. So we've got, call it 3 lower highs, but I'll say this, fair enough here. If this is a high, nope. Anyways, we got 2 drives of bearish divergence. I'm looking for this one to come down to this area. But on the more important time frame, the 5-day bearish engulfing will print. By the way, the 5-day candle will print today. The 5-day will print for Bitcoin, and we'll confirm some bearish divergence. A lot of times you get a backfill. That's what I'm reminding myself here. Maybe close the trades by the end of the day. Why? Well, 5-day time frame, 4-hour. Often you at least get a bit of a backfill, maybe back up to 65.9, all the way up to 66,000. Get everyone bullish again one more time, and then throw it back down. Because I do believe they're at least coming for the bottom here at 61,520, but we'll be judging the bounce from this level, keeping our eyes peeled and upon the market. Is there anything else I want to go over? Bitcoin dominance taking a big leg up. We talked about this. If we closed back into this channel, likely going to take a run back at the 0.5, maybe even the 618 if it gets really bad for the altcoins, because it's a bleed out of alts into Bitcoin at the moment. AGIX coming back for a trend line test. I'd say this one has more to go. Probably fills out all the way down. I mean, this one, your AI tokens, they're not exactly helping you now, are they? TON, again, I think we're coming down to this level right here. Personal preference. And to be fair, all right, so I was trying to get to a point here. From this pivot right here, that's what it was. Boom. Boom. From this high right here, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dude, this thing could smoke all the way down to this level right here. Actually, that is where I'm going to call it. There's going to be stops along the way. I'll say TP1. Or no, that's TP1 right there, TP2 and TP3, I'm going to go for right there. That's the short setup on TON. So how do you get into something like that if the market's already bleeding down? Well, this one isn't down as much as the rest of the market, and I've got to go. But simply put, yeah, you know, is this an M formation? Are we going to hit just a bit lower? It does look like the slow bleed, and 15-minute has, that's where I'd be looking to enter. If you are going to enter somewhere, close around the green 55. This is going to march its way down. And remember, at the end of the day, the market, at the end of the day, oh, let's check out Whiff. Last one, guys, Mr. Whiff. I like to look at Coinbase on this one because I think a lot of retail traders will put their stop losses there, but I don't see it. Whiff on Binance, boom. Is that the hammer candle we're looking for? Oh man, I gotta go. Is that the continuation of the downtrend? Whiff did just take out the low right here. You know, a lot of times you do get a bounce off the first pass of a nice wick like that. We haven't been down, but I personally think, yeah, this is going for the glory. We're going for the glory, at least testing this trend line, and I would not be surprised for the full retrace on Mr. Whiff all the way back down. Down to Doggy Town. Let's see what the measure move off of this. Not head and shoulders. It would have been invalidated right there, but just for kicks, yeah, coming in to fill out that candle's wick. That's probably the last major green candle. And I would be looking for somewhere in the zone of here to here. Let's see if we can mark this one off perfectly. The 0.5, boom. It does line up for some confluence. I'm going to leave this chart out, and we will revisit him again. All right, guys, I hope you have a blessed and highly favored day, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.